Joining us down the line from London is Mick Hucknall. Mick, can you tell us about your latest album, Simply Red 25, The Greatest Hits?
I've always likened the music to diaries, so let me begin the beguine. Starting out with Money's Too Tight to Mention at the beginning of my career, it was a cover, and we thought this was a great song, and it had particular relevance to the era because it was very much kind of like the Reagan-Thatcher era, and the same kind of political and financial ideas, drip-down economics, that whole kind of thing they shared together. And so it was as relevant to a Brit as it was to an American, really, those lyrics.
So what did it feel like to get a huge amount of success so quickly?
I felt like Jimmy Cagney on the top of I'm top of the world, Ma! You know, it just was magnificent, you know. And I felt like such a rock star, and it was really good. And I think it took me about 10 years to even get used to it.
Did you cope well with that level of fame and success then?
It all started out pretty good. Well, I met all these incredible sort of stars and just was just living it up, you know. Waking up with someone I didn't even know, and you know. It happened to me with Robert Plant. People like Al Green and Marvin Gaye and Barry White and a whole host of jazz musicians. Elvis and Sinatra, Duke Ellington and Count Basie, and I felt about 80 years old. I was exhausted. You don't remember half the time, you know. It's incredible.
That all sounds pretty crazy. How did it all come to an end?
I wanted to try something different. I sort of controversially upset Stuart Levine. I was locked in a hotel room on my own. I got up out of bed. Jack Nicholson dancing on a table, and then had a nice sleep. I can't remember anything else, really. So strange. Just like a very kind of... It's a black hole, you know. And then all of a sudden, and I kind of blinked, and then I was standing on stage in Los Angeles at the Grammy Awards.
Have you done anything to sort of calm down in recent years then, Mick?
I have a river in Ireland that is an enormous responsibility. Well, it was a big experiment. One afternoon we were just sat having coffee, and I just heard this sort of banging in a distance, and it got louder and louder, and then just came round the corner this assemblage of like 30 drummers and musicians banging on these drums, you know, this kind of thing, and endlessly seducing.